Hello, good evening. So, once again, this is my another created video, but this time I will discuss to you how AWS process in terms of data warehousing. So, this graph that I created, process flow, will be it will process big data, Hadoop, HDFS, or Hadoop file system to Redshift Redshift AWS cloud database, from transformation to the pipeline to data warehouse, and then it will be sources to data lake, BI, and business user. So this ETL process that I pointed is you can see in this one entitled AWS ETL process. So this is ETL pipeline process that uh, um, perform in within the AWS cloud services. So this AWS cloud services is installed in under Kubernetes. Kubernetes is a virtualization machine similar to Docker technologies. So I will discuss this one by one. So I make it short minute to discuss this one, and you can play again and again the video uh, until you understand fully the use of the AWS services in different application platform. So I will start. So for this one, I have HDFS Big Data. So it's gathered from the stream, IoT, blockchains. So it's gathered from 8 HDFS partition uh, file system. Then after that, each FTFS file system are exported in CSV format. CSV format, it will be transferred by SFTP. This SFTP it will transfer to a file server. So in this drawing, I illustrate the file server. It will locate in the server rack, in a tower server that located in keep server rack. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one. So if you want to configure, if you want to set up SFTP from to downstream, you need to have SSH public key setup. So you need to give the SSH generated SSH key of your files of your server to the client system, and then client system it will register this public key, and you can download the file. So once the file are download to this in the server, it will perform into a ETL process pipeline. But this ETL process, it will stored in a Kubernetes virtual machine. Kubernetes is a technology similar to Docker technology, as I said before. So I repeat, Kubernetes is a machine technology similar to Docker. So, but the difference it means Kubernetes and Docker search, there's no difference because the difference only would be the container approach. So in Kubernetes, do you have a kubelet? Kubelet is that includes kproxy or Kubernetes proxy. This kubelet is a cluster node. So under cluster node, you have kubelet proxy. Then you have a POD of pod. This will be a container in Dockers, but in Kubernetes we call it pod. Pod this is located the AWS environment. So we go now in AWS environment. So it's simple. I created a simple logic. So from Redshift, gather all the data, extracted the data from from big data, then it will go to Glue. Glue is a AWS ETL tool. So it is also already built in the AWS analysis component. Then by the way, the version of AWS that I used is AWS 2024, the latest one. So and it will go, then once the Glue um, perform a specific business logic or condition or transformation, it will go to data pipeline. Data pipeline, it will transfer to data warehousing data services, data warehousing database. So this one. So this data warehousing database, it can be sourced data lake, IBM MQ, and it will trigger to the IBM data lake solution. So IBM MQ, FYI, IBM MQ is a technology file transfer that is designed for IBM data lake solution. So data lake is a wide range of raw files that has usually contains of blob files or very large combination of numerical character data. So blob, it means it's a very large it's a very large data that include a wide range of character in a data. So blob more than 200 that exceed in more than 500 characters in length. Usually, Teradata, Oracle, NetEase is composed of 255 characters maximum or 50,000. But Blob is exceeded in 100,000 to 100,000 characters. Okay. Then BI. By the way, MQ, it will be transferred by MQ ID or control file ID, so CTF ID. Then it will MQ, it will transfer to data powered and data tower responsible to transfer in IBM data lake solution. That's the process for data lake. So this is only a sample how the data warehouse use in actual business data. So the data warehouses can be sourced by data visualizations in Power BI, as you can see in the output. This is one sample output of the dashboard that created in Power BI. So Power BI, as I said in my created graph, said that I discussed in for Azure, Power BI is the new generation of SSRS or SQL Server Reporting Services. So okay, yeah. This focus on business intelligence or data visualization reporting. Some of business user required report, so extracting report. You can also direct extract report from CSV report exported file, connect to Microsoft Office and Microsoft Excel, and will extracted from the data warehousing database. Like SQL Server, it can be extracted in Excel, then it will be used by the business user for reporting purpose. Okay, so that's the architecture. So by the way, I will create another video for SFTP handshake setup for Linux and Windows, and just follow my page. And if you have questions, you can drop in my email jpantuiser@hotmail.com. And thank you. Good night.